AI is a screwdriver. Well, it's an algorithm, which is a mathematical method for processing information. It's not intelligent. Now, I've used it a lot for writing hundreds of lines of custom code as I pursue my bachelor in computer science. You've probably used it yourselves for maybe finding a recipe or processing large amounts of data for your job, and it's useful for that. But as it's becoming ubiquitous, I'm urging you to follow 3 simple rules with AI. Use concise language to give it specific tasks, and do not give it personal information. This technology has been in our lives for some time now, and it's having social and even neurological effects. One of the first ways it came into our lives is intelligent virtual assistants, is what they call them, or this. This is an Amazon Echo device. Alexa, reading light yellow. Now, it's very useful for simple things like that. And you see I gave it a very concise command for a specific task. These are designed, they can respond to natural language, and so can things like ChatGPT. Unfortunately, that's actually rather inefficient. The CEO of OpenAI was interviewed for Vice magazine by Caramella in 2025 and urged people not to use please and thank you for its model because it was costing them millions of dollars to process the extra words. Every word of the input has to be processed. And so these virtual assistants are the same. They will process every word. And when they were introduced, they actually had a female voice for a reason, because companies said it made them more trustworthy. But instead, the subservience of the model to respond to commands actually reinforced female stereotypes and the rather detrimental white male heteronormative dominance of women. Now they've evolved to have slightly better responses than responding to abusive language, like "you're a bitch," to like "oh, I would blush if I could." That was bad. Now though, they have they're taking characteristics of celebrities, and which is a problem in and of itself because it reinforces parasocial relationships people have with those celebrities. These are one-sided, unrequited sense of intimacy. And it has a detrimental effect on society in general and people's mental health because they're not getting anything from it. This algorithm can't give you emotion, so it cannot reciprocate. And it is not the celebrity you think it is. Now, the people who use it the most are the most vulnerable to its effects. And that's teenagers these days. They have been quick to embrace tools like generative AI for images and video. And according to a publication in Common Sense Media by Madden in 2024, which was a survey of teens and their parents, teenagers have been using generative AI to write their essays and do other homework for them, with or without instructor permission. But they've also been using it to generate images, video, and sound to tease their peers, as the article puts it, but that is actually just bullying. And the policies the schools have on the use of generative AI for homework and bullying, such are very unclear to both parents and teens. And Black students are twice as likely to be told they're cheating with AI, even when they're not. Now, relying on AI is going to be a problem for these students because as they use AI to do their work for them, they're actually not exercising the way their brain is supposed to process information, which is something MIT Media Lab discovered when Kosmina and others did a research in 2021. They used brain scans on 3 groups of people. They were given 3 essays to write. So one group had large language model to use, one group had just a search engine, and one group didn't use digital assistants. Those who used the language model showed less neural activity in the areas for processing language and information as they continued to write the essays for the study. And when they were given an essay later, without digital assistance, they used language patterns common to AI. Now, since this technology is going to be in our lives, I'm going again to urge you to follow these 3 simple rules: concise language, specific tasks, no personal information. Read the user agreement for ChatGPT. They use your personal information. And the other social effects that this can have is these tech companies can use your personal data for influence, and you won't even notice. They can change your social media by simple degrees and change your entire opinion. That's power. We can't allow anybody to have that kind of power over us. So be cautious in using AI in general. Thank you.